Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Nate, and this is the Sparklin House, and we're doing a lot of work here. But today I wanted to give you a bit of a walkthrough here in the house about some of the changes we've been able to make, some of the things that we've been able to do, and some of the challenges that we're finding, which are not unexpected, but no big deal. So anyways, here in the kitchen, this is probably one of the bigger changes of the week. We have taken out, there was a wall right here that had a refrigerator kind of right here and a stove next to it with a hood and a bunch of cabinets that were in this corner over here. And those obviously we're gonna wanna redo this section here. And this had a wall and a doorway right here. This is actually a bathroom, if you remember, from our first floor walkthrough. And you can still see the toilet mount right there. That's all going away. And in here, we're going to be opening this up and making it a part of the kitchen. And we're still figuring out some of the layout for what's gonna happen back here. But hoping to finish removing all of this up here yet this week. And get this open back up and back to its original condition. And then over here, there's this kind of butler's pantry. The doors definitely aren't original. They're actually plywood. And if you look under here, you can see there's actually the old wainscoting like this that's in the dining room, continues underneath and follows along the back there underneath these cabinets. And interestingly, they're painted on this side and not on this side. So I think they must have probably kept this mostly closed because of the sewer pipe that's right here. Gotta love this kind of wiring that was really prevalent in the house. I've also found like lamp cords in the wall here in the kitchen. Fortunately, because of the situation, the condition of the house, we have the opportunity to take that stuff out and just get rid of it. So there won't be any of what I call legacy wiring left in this house. It's all gonna be updated and upgraded into modern standards, meaning everything's gonna be properly grounded, meaning there aren't gonna be any wire nuts in the walls. Things are all gonna be inside of boxes like they belong. And there's not gonna be random stuff like over here. This is a cut off wire that's coming through right here. And I found inside of the wall here, what had been live wiring that was just buried inside of the wall. They had just, when they did a remodel at one point in here, they just knocked the boxes inside the wall and left them there and put wall over it. So fortunately, none of that ever caught on fire because, you know, it would have been bad because how would you know if you're a first responder on the scene that there's like an electrical box in the wall that you can't even see? So some pretty shabby work there, but fortunately we're being able to get rid of all of that and get this house back to a place where it's going to be safe to inhabit and for future generations, hopefully be a nice place to live. So yeah, anyways, one of the other fun things about this is that we discovered pretty quickly there was trim here on the end of this wall, and it continued up and across and actually went over there. So that trim is original, but this wall was probably added fairly early on. I'm guessing when they added a sink. You can see an old sink backer right here. And but we know this is pretty old because this is still rough sawn lumber that is done in sort of what would have been common for the balloon framing style of the late 1800s, early 1900s. So that definitely, you know, was in the first third of this house's existence. And we get some cool wallpaper that clearly took some water damage at some point. So the bummer that we noticed here is there was a chimney here in the kitchen, and at some point they broke off the old bricks to make it possible to put these cabinets straight across rather than wrap around it. I mean, I don't know, it's a bummer, but it's not unsurprising at this point. So anyways, so there's that. And then a few other things downstairs. Let's go down there and go down my very safe staircase here. So definitely not ADA certified yet. Anyways, we've got our new electrical panel in, and this is going to be for our heating system. That's going to go right here. Some radiant floor heat is going to go in here, and we're going to put a boiler system here that's going to be also our hot water heater. So that will be kind of a single unit, and it'll be kind of like the it's a tankless water heater and tankless boiler system. So that'll be cool, but that's all going right here. So this pipe right here has to move over to this wall, and that's the city water entrance that comes in over here. So one of my projects really for today is to go ahead and turn this pipe this way and get it going along this path instead of this one, so that we can, by going over there, we can get it down along this wall nice. And then we'll probably put in like a mana block style, or a manifold, a water manifold, so we can do individual runs for all of the water here in the house. So that will be nice, because we'll have our electrical there, our heating and hot water system right here, and then all of the rest of the water will probably be right here on this wall, and that'll become like a nice kind of mechanical area. We may go ahead and close that. I'm not 100% yet. So anyways, let's go outside here, and I'll look at a couple of the other challenges. Actually, before I do that, let's also look at this. So this is currently the main gas line that's coming in the house here. And as you can see, there's, it's capped off here. We actually removed, there's a whole bunch of black pipe right here on the floor. Removed just an insane amount of black pipe that was along the floor here. And you can see there's extra valves here in the system. Those don't need to be there. There's really no purpose for it. So let's go ahead on outside, and we'll check this out. One of the other kind of challenges that we have relative to the gas line is that this house used to have a ton of gas appliances, and apparently at one point a bunch of furnaces in here. And so as you can see here from the main gas meter, it comes out here, there's a T, this elbow, and then from there it just goes crazy. There's lines running every which way. This is my favorite one. It goes up the outside of the house and makes an elbow, and then goes all the way up with a TV antenna, but it actually goes all the way up to the attic, and there's gas line up there for sure. All of that's unnecessary. So one of the goals is to get all of this stuff removed from the system. Only have one main gas line entering the house that then has the gas appliance connections teeing off that in a way that actually makes sense going forward, and hopefully get rid of all that pipe. This house used to use an insane amount of natural gas. Even in the summertime last summer, it was consuming what I would consider an extraordinary amount of gas just sitting here. So we're hoping that by changing the boiler system, but also by eliminating a bunch of this old piping, that will help